give me a second to mess with my settings. There we go. I didn't hear the countdown, so I hope you guys can hear me. How is everyone this Monday? I hope you guys had a great weekend. I certainly did. It was really, really busy, filled with family, clients, and a radio show. So I got invited to be on an alternative talk radio called A Gang of Girls. And when I found out that it was a 2-hour long segment, I was like, what? My live chats are only 5 minutes long. No, that's such a lie. 10 to 30 minutes, right? And I was like, me talking for 2 hours. I'm going to be a mess. I don't know what to say, blah, blah, blah. And then we did our little pre-interview, and I was like, and she sent me the questions that she's gonna ask me over the radio, and I was like, you know what, maybe I do have 2 hours of content to talk about. And so we did that last night. I believe the recording is going to be given to me today or uploaded today. It's by Ariel Grace. I know she's in the group now. So if you guys are interested in seeing the segment of me being on a radio show, I'll definitely give you guys the link. And I think she's going to upload it to iTunes as well, so you guys can listen to it like a podcast. So I thought that was really cool. I had a lot of fun with it. Oh my God, so much fun. So many great questions. Just such a good energy, and it was unlike anything I've ever experienced. I finally, good morning, loves. I think I can see, yeah, I can see your comments. Okay, cool. It was just such a good energy, and I finally realized how talk radio it works. That was just awesome. It was such a great experience. I think she's gonna have me back in the fall, and I realized after that radio show that I'm going to be manifesting being on a podcast. So if you guys have a podcast, I would love to be invited. And I'm gonna manifest being on Lewis Howes' podcast, A School of Greatness. That is my manifestation. That is my Manifest Monday, because I did not even realize I had so much fun. I could be in my pajamas and just talk. And here I actually have to look kind of cute to be on live. So babes, today I'm going to be talking about perfectionism. So I'm a recovering perfectionist, and I realized that I've been attracting a lot of perfectionists into this group, a lot of perfectionists as my clients, because I feel like I can help them. Hi, is it Sagine or Sagine? I love Lewis Howes. You would totally be on his podcast. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with him. And so is my boyfriend. So he was telling me Lewis is always asking on his podcast for people to interview. So you need to reach out to him right now. I'm oh my God, okay. Anyway, so I attract a lot of perfectionists because I'm a recovering perfectionist, and I have come such a long way. I'm blown away with myself. I almost don't identify with being a perfectionist unless you get, sometimes behaviors will come up where I'll be oh my God, this is coming from my good little girl mentality from my childhood, right? Covering perfectionist, okay, hi. So today I basically wanted to first give you an example of what I think, if you don't know if you're a perfectionist or not. For instance, if you are struggling with when you're given a task or you're given a project, you feel like you have to do every single step, and if midway of the steps you come across a challenge, you start over, and then you do the same shit, and it's just like a cycle of death, and you just keep going and never finishing the project. So there's one, hesitating and never starting something, waiting for that perfect moment. You are waiting for that perfect moment. You're a perfectionist. You want to make sure everything is perfect and you never fuck up and everything is just beautiful, and therefore you never start because there is no such thing as a perfect moment. Another thing is maybe feeling like you have to finish a project that sucks the life out of you. That was me. I would feel so guilty if I started a project and felt like I had to finish it, and I would sit there and even reading a shitty book, right? I would open this book and it just sucked the soul out of me, and halfway through I'm just but I have to finish it. I have to finish it. It has to be perfect. My life has to be perfect. And so I would just go through things I hated just to finish them, right? So those are examples of being a perfectionist. There's more obvious examples, but this is how I'm seeing it manifest in women who don't realize that they're struggling with this thing, okay? So, being perfect or aiming for the perfect moment or trying to do everything in perfect ways, to me, and a good analogy that makes sense to me and how I see it, is like putting something on your vision board that you know you're never gonna get. Or putting up a goal, or writing an intention, or writing a goal that you know and the universe knows and everyone knows you're never going to achieve. First of all, we all know that's impossible, but think about it. If you are feeling disappointed and feeling like you're not enough already, and you're feeling like it's not going to happen already, where is the beauty and the motivation and the inspiration in life? There is no inspiration at all in being a perfectionist. As soon as you let go of your perfectionist mentality, you start to get this new wave of inspiration in your life. But if you're trying to be perfect and do everything so methodically, and if you are not doing it this way, then blah, 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 and you're just killing all the inspiration in your life. And so that's something that I notice, is that the more perfect, more organized I get, the less inspiration I have, and then I'm just doing everything on autopilot. So today, I want to invite you, babes, to be okay with fucking up. Okay? Be open to fucking up. Know that if you don't fuck up today, you're gonna fuck up tomorrow. If you don't fuck up tomorrow, you're gonna fuck up next week. It is coming. At some point in time, you're going to fuck up. That is called being a human. And before, I would have been like, oh my God, there's gonna be a moment in my life where I fuck up again. I don't know how to deal with it because I come from this good little girl mentality. And this is something that affects all of us women, or people in general, because as kids, we are told that we have to stay quiet for, you know, this amount of time, and if we complete this task and we're very perfect with it, then we are going to be rewarded with candy or a toy or something at the end of the night, right? Or if we call our grandmas and say thank you for the birthday present, then we are a good little girl and we're going to be rewarded again. So we have been used to getting rewarded by being perfect as children. And so we think that we're going to be rewarded as adults with being perfect, but there is no one watching you to be perfect. There is no one giving you rewards to be perfect. You are rewarding yourself, and that's the only reward you're going to get, is the reward you give yourself. And if you're not rewarding yourself and you're striving to be perfect, then you're always going to be unhappy. You're always going to be unfulfilled. Good morning, loves. Good morning, Danielle, Elizabeth. I see you two popped on. So this is a problem, right? And the second I open myself to knowing that I'm gonna be okay if I make a mistake, and knowing it's okay to fuck up, and everyone's going to fuck up, I realize that I can use this to empower myself. Now, if you're in business, if you're an entrepreneur of some sort, or you're selling something, or you're a personal brand, or you have a coaching business, or you're network marketing, usually people relate to you when you are relatable. And is perfect relatable? It is not. So even if you're being really imperfect and you're fucking up every day, it still makes you relatable. So stop taking that connection between if I'm perfect, I'm gonna be successful, because that's actually not the truth at all. If no one can relate to you when you're being perfect, how is anyone ever going to want to work with you? How is anyone ever gonna have anything in common with you? How is anyone ever going to buy what you're selling if you're being perfect, right? So I started to take that as my power, that me fucking up every day in some way, shape, or form, me not being perfect, is actually my power. And if you have a creative brain, for instance, I have a creative brain that I suppressed most of my life. I kind of expressed it in dance and art, so that makes sense, but I was kind of forced into dance and art, so that even then I didn't really realize it. But I was good at dance and art, and so that kind of was the expression of my creative brain. But then I was put into formal education, and I hated school. The best grades I could ever get were C's and D's, unless I had my ass kicked, right? Unless I was told that I'd be a good little girl if I got an A. And so then I forced myself to be a good little girl and get A's. And I already forgot what my point was with this, but my point is that Yeah, creativity. So if you are striving to be perfect and you are meant to have creative outlets, then you're going to suppress all your creativity, because because as soon as you have an idea come to you, you think that you have to implement it in the most perfect way. But you know, real creativity happens when you have many ideas and you get flexible with them, and you have to be open to that flexibility, if that makes sense. And just know, you know, Tony Robbins says something that really, really helped me let go of perfectionism. Is he says that it's not the destination that makes you happy, because so many people set out on these big goals and they think that as soon as they reach the destination, they're going to be happy. And that's the happiness, right? And so they do everything that they can to reach that destination, whether it is something that they're doing that's soul sucking, if they're, you know, doing something that goes against their morals and whatever, and just like they, no matter what, just have to get to that destination. And once they get to that destination, they're going to be happy. And so they work their whole lives, they get to this destination, forget about the journey, they don't even care about the journey. Then when they get there, they're usually like, because of, you know, just the journey that they had, they didn't even appreciate. They get to the destination, they look around and they're like, is this really it? And then they realize, and then they get so discouraged, and this is when they start giving up on their goals and dreams, because they realize that whatever they achieve, it's like, okay, yay, I achieved it, but the fun's over, so what's next? What was the point of my life? What was the point of the last 20 years or whatever, how long it took? And so you have to start seeing progress as happiness. And he says progress is happiness. And know that even if you fuck up every single day for the next 365 days, you will still be 1% ahead. If you just take it to 1% ahead and improve by just 1%, you will be happy. And if you really just enjoy the damn journey and know that any negativity, any resistance you come across is good and it's teaching you a lesson. Once you start taking control of yourself and how you react to this uncertainty and how you react to controlling everything, then you're going to be unstoppable and you're going to be very, very powerful. And that's how you're going to accomplish it in your life. And you're going to do it at a so much faster speed, and you're always going to be feeling light, and there's not going to be resistance. And perfectionism just gives you so much resistance in your life, because you are just going against the universe, right? You're just going against your natural flow, because you think you should all over yourself, right? You think you should be doing this, you should be doing this, people are telling you should be doing this, you have to do it this way, you have to do it this way, and then you just like, it's just a mess, right? So all that matters is the progress. All that truly matters is the the journey. And the destination is just that sweet spot. So if you put something on your vision board, it's the journey to getting there that makes it the most fun, not necessarily like if you were just to put something on the vision board, or you're gonna set some goals, and then poof, it just all appears all at once, right? Just poof, right? We think that that's awesome. We think it's really cool. We think that that's what we want, but really it's just like, okay, so if everything always works out my way, like that's just so fucking boring, right? That's just so boring. What is the point if we just get everything so easily? And so today, I want to equip you babes with an affirmation, okay? And the affirmation is, for all you perfectionists, is even though I fuck up, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And you can use EFT for this. And I know I have done EFT in the most dire of situations, but I have opened myself to doing it even when it's not dire and I just have some sort of resistance. So as you guys know, it's like the tapping method. So you can just do this, and say that over and over to yourself. Even though I fuck up every single day, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And just know that everyone fucks up every single day, and yet there are still very happy people, very successful, very in love. They have everything they want, and they know that those fuck ups are just part of the journey. Does that make sense? I hope that was helpful to you guys. That's just how I see perfectionism nowadays. And that's pretty much what helped me kind of recover. So let me see the comments. Kayla will catch the replay, but want to say hi. You look beautiful. Thank you, Kayla. Hi, Angelica. Oh my God, I was thinking about this today. Wow, Kathrin, you read my mind. I try. Good morning, Angelica. Danielle, that was my story. It's time to change it. I'm tired of perfectionism. Danielle, you say to yourself, even though I fuck up every single day and I'm going to keep fucking up, I deeply and completely love and accept myself, and so does the universe, and therefore I'll be okay. Reagan, Kathrin, you're actually amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, those of you who hopped on and didn't catch me in the very beginning, I was on a radio show last night called A Gang of Girls, and I'm going to be getting the recording, and it's also going to be uploaded to iTunes, so I'll definitely be sharing that. It's all about manifestation, babe, and manifesting, and I talk a lot about money on there, of course. So I'm really excited about that, and it's inspired me to start manifesting being on podcasts. So that was really exciting. I would love to share that with you, babes. Okay. Yay. I love you guys. What are you manifesting today? I'm so glad. Thank you. I felt like it was right on time because honestly, you guys, not even half, 90% of the coffee chats I do are just things that I struggle with myself. Like, it's just like I will go through a speed bump. Like over the weekend, I struggled with perfectionism. I struggled with comparison game. I struggled with not feeling enough and all those demons and stuff that we all struggle with. And so I'm like, okay, I know I'm not alone. Like, if I have been on a personal development journey for over 3 years, I've hired coaches, worked with coaches, I coach people, I read uplifting, inspiring things every single day. I'm very protective of my mindset, and if I still struggle with this shit, it just means that I'm human, and so are you guys, and I know that there's someone out there who's struggling with it too, and so that's where I get my content for my coffee chats. It's just me sharing, you know, what I go through, and I know that there's someone else who's going through it too. And your guys' questions help me so much. So if you guys have questions and topic requests, please give them to me, because I can only like think of so many things at once. And when I get questions, like a lot of my content comes from questions I get on my emails or Instagram or in this group. And so I'd love to create content from those questions and answer all of them. Okay. So I am gonna go. I love you, babes, so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and let me know what you're manifesting this week. Bye.